Hi, I'm Cynthia Kahn, founder of Amused Now, and I'm here today with Birgitta Sunding Thorsen, also known as Queen Bee, CEO and manager of the Artista Group. Hey, Queen Bee.
Hello, Cynthia. How are you?
I am fabulous. How are you?
I'm absolutely great, thank you.
I invited Birgitta here today to give us some insights into the music business. Birgitta, tell us a little bit about the booking and management services offered by the Artista Group.
Well, first of all, we are a management company, which means that we manage artists, and we manage artists from basically around the world. At the moment, it's mainly from Europe and United States. Okay, artist management is, if you look at an artist, you have the business side of their sort of industry and their product, and then you have the music side of it. So what you do as a manager is actually look after all their sort of interests, all their business, make sure that everything is working from A to Z, or A to Ö, as we would say in Danish. And we just make sure that everything slides for them, so that we would go in and look at anything from getting hold of labels, record companies that they could work with, collaborations with other artists. We also, like I said before, do the booking, make sure that they go on tour. And we also look into, do they need to change anything about their personality or anything about themselves as an artist? Do they need to change the genre that they're working in? We also go through the whole sort of development from where we start with them to where they want to end.
What's your background and expertise? How did you get started in artist management?
Well, expertise, well, that's a big word now. First of all, I started this back in the day when I lived in Denmark. You see, I'm a trained chef originally, which is a totally different thing. When I finished working in the restaurant business as such, I kept on doing catering and stuff. And every time I did catering for people, they would ask me, can you get us the entertainment? Can you get us the music for this? And I would always, like a service, not getting paid for it, but I would always, as a service, get hold of whatever band or artist that they wanted to have, or stand-up comedian or speaker or whatever. And I did that for a very long time. And as you see, I'm quite blonde, so things happen and sort of dawn on me quite sort of down the road. So then one day when I was doing my bookkeeping, I was sort of like, hang on a minute. All these bookers and managers are actually earning money with the artist that I'm getting them jobs for. So I was like, now I've got all these contacts for the different artists that's been out at the places where we were doing catering. So all the contacts, my Rolodex got bigger and bigger. So I thought, well, next time I'm going to have this artist to come, I'm actually just going to call him myself or her. And so I did. And doing that, my sort of Rolodex grew even larger, and they earned more money, us cutting corners, so to say. And then one day, one of these artists said, you know what, you actually getting me so many more jobs than my manager and my booker is. How would you like to be my manager? And I was like, I'm doing food. Can I do this? And I thought, yes, I can, because I'm pretty good down at sort of like selling and all that stuff. So I thought, yes, let's do this and try it out. So I started off with one artist, and it worked just out really cool. And then, they just kept calling me, the other artists, saying, oh, we want to go in. And we started searching for me. And all of a sudden, I had 11 people employed, and there you are. And that's my sort of, overall background. So, and this is like, 10, 15 years ago, and here I am.
Many recording artists believe that the music itself is the key to success, but you're telling me that your looks and your age and your ability to speak and your image all also help. So tell me, what attributes do you look for before you sign a recording artist?
Well, nowadays, let me say how the general business actually looks at this, the industry of music artists. In general, they want you to be under 25 when you start. They want you to have, a model look. It doesn't matter if you're male or you're female. And they want you to have an appealing personality. They want you to be bubbly. They want you to have total stage control. And they want you to be total hip. Which is true in a sense, because everybody nowadays, as you and me, we are very, very visual. So all that really does help. But I also think, it's all down to the artist and what the artist does. It's about their music, and when I start out with people, I'm not always looking at who they are. I'm looking at, first of all, do they have a voice? Do they have something that you as an audience would love? And then we start looking at them, as a whole package. And in my world, they don't necessarily need to be a model at all. They just need to have that it factor. And then it doesn't matter if they are 400 pounds overweight, or if they are anorexic, or if they whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as they have the whole pack, the whole thing that you can imagine on a stage or on TV or wherever you're going to see this, in a music video, it's all going to be appealing to the audience. So when we sort of file all the corners on an artist, look at the overall package, we will obviously cut the corners off that doesn't fit in the box, if you know what I mean. And that's sort of my way of looking at an artist, and that's how I like Artista Group to look at it. We want to look more at their, the whole product, rather than just looking at, the visual thing. Because it is music, it's something that we need to hear. It's not just with our eyes,
So, Birgitta, can someone get signed with you if they're over 25?
Absolutely, Cynthia. Even though most people would like, or most management, would rather sign with somebody under the 25, because then they are, at a stage where they can really be molded. I think we, over time, have become the ones that you can come to, even though you are over 25, and even if you're in your 40s. We actually do have quite a few artists who's been around for a while. They are recording artists, they have been airplayed, and some of them have been touring. I mean, we've got one artist who's been touring with this band for 25 years and now going solo, and he's turning 50. So we're not sort of looking at what age they are. We're looking at the quality of, like I said before, their voice and the product that they're delivering. And like Mother Teresa, we just want to give people a chance, to explode out there. So yeah, 25 over or under, it doesn't really matter, as long as you have quality.
So, Birgitta, aka Queen Bee, what questions should a musician ask himself or herself if they're thinking about seeking out management instead of staying independent?
Okay, first of all, there are really a lot of artists out there in all kinds of genres, in all kinds of quality. And I think what you need to do as an artist is look a little bit in the mirror and sort of look at yourself and see, do I really have the quality to apply for management? When you think that you need management, it's because you think you do have the next big thing and that you are worth all, the effort from a manager. Not everybody applies for that because it's about quality. You might be good enough to be, and this is going to sound so rude, you might be good enough to play at somebody's wedding or 60th birthday, if you know what I mean. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you have recording quality or that you have the quality to be touring. You are really good at what I call pub crawling. You are a perfectly good entertainment artist or band, and that is wonderful. So what the first thing you need to ask yourself, am I the next sort of Whitesnake? Am I the next Michael Jackson? Do you know what I'm saying? It's looking into yourself. It's actually being a little bit honest, a little bit, you know, criticizing yourself. And if you then still come up with the answer that yes, I am the next thing, then yes, go ahead, call us or call any other management and see if you know have the quality. Send your profile and your EPK and music and pictures and whatever you have, maybe a video from a concert, you know, you name it, anything that can promote yourself, something that you can use as a pitch towards me as a manager or another management. And from there on, we talk about it and we go through it and we'll see if you really do have the quality to continue the conversation.
Another thing I've noticed, and I'd like your feedback on, is that not every artist is active on social media. You and I met on social media. I know you are all over social media.
Right.
Do you think that social media is important to an artist's career and that they should really get involved? And if so, what's the number one thing that you think they really ought to do or think about?
Okay, well, as you sort of mentioned now, I am a social media sort of alcoholic, I was nearly going to say, but you know, I really do think social media has become the way of promoting yourself, the way of connecting with people, and especially in this busy sort of world that we all live in, it's very, very important. And for promoting yourself as an artist, I think it's very important, yes. And I ask all our artists to be on social media. I try to get them to go on all the social medias that I personally and us as Artista Group is on, because that way we can help them 100% and then some, you know, promoting both them as, you know, private, but also them as the artist or the band that they are. And I think it's important for them to get involved themselves and not only have people like me behind them to sit there and do all their sort of chatting and all their, you know, updatings and loading photos and whatever. They need to get involved themselves because that's what the fans want. I know this from myself, but if I look on my other side of being me, where our fans sort of, they need us to post things ourselves. They need us to interact. You know, people are happy when we are sort of down to earth and pretend to be normal people and talk to them and you know, answer questions and whatever. And I think it's so important because they get more, I was going to say followers, but they get more fans from it. And the fans feel that whatever money that they spend on, you know, records and downloads, on concert tickets, on t-shirts, on anything that they, you know, spend on this artist, they feel that they get something back and they get something personal back. It's become a visual thing that you can talk to somebody on social media, you know, and I think it's, I was nearly going to swear, Aaron, but I'm not. I was going to say it's very, very, very important. Very important.
Well, Birgitta, I am so glad I finally got to talk with you almost in real life.
Almost.
I just want to say I wish you all the best and let me know. I would love to give your artists the exposure that they need to get more fans and to tell their stories.
Fantastic. We're looking forward to that, Cynthia.
Have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too, sweetheart.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Kahn, founder of Amused Now. This featured artist presentation has been brought to you by Amused Now Entertainment, a website that enables artists to profit from their creativity. To learn more about Amused Now, visit us at www.amusednow.com or email me at ckahn@amusednow.com.